Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Baxter Student Ambassador Program webinar of our 2022 season. My name is Dan McDonald, Sales and Marketing Development Associate with Baxter Media, and I'm here with Kendra Wilson, one of our student finalists from Red River College Polytechnic. Now, just before we get into things, I'd like to give an enthusiastic shout out to our program sponsors this year. We have Manulife, Propel, powered by Tourism HR Canada, ACTA, the Association of Canadian Travel Agencies, TIO, the Tourism Industry Association of Ontario, and SCAL Canada. Thank you for helping to make BSAP a continued success. I'd also like to let everyone know that at the end of this webinar, you'll have the chance to submit a question or two to our finalists. To do so, please type it in the Q&A section of the public chat box, which will be towards the right-hand side of your screen, and those questions will be answered in due time. And remember, this is a live session, so your patience is appreciated during any technical difficulties that might arise. And without further ado, I will now hand things over to Kendra. Thank you, Kendra. Welcome, Kendra. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Daniel. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Kendra Wilson. I am a second-year tourism management student at Red River College here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And today I will be talking about my chosen destination being Iceland. So I'm going to cover a variety of topics regarding Iceland today, including where Iceland is, and the climate, the regions, and visiting destinations, the culture and heritage that Iceland holds, what to do, where to stay, and how to get around. Then I'll be going over information from a travel agent's perspective, including need-to-know information, target markets, market trends, tour operators, and other channels when booking Iceland. And I'm going to end off with some key takeaways, features, advantages, and benefits, and advice. So the location. Iceland is located in the North Atlantic Ocean, tucked between North America and Europe. It is located on a hotspot and the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, and the country's coastline runs 4,800 kilometers, and the nation's capital, Reykjavik, has a total population of 366,425. So the climate is maritime subarctic, holds beautiful mountain ranges, glaciers, volcanic systems, hot geysers, and his cold lava distribution system. The summer days are long and the winter days are short, which is great for northern light viewing. The average temperature is 4 degrees Celsius. The mean January is 0 degrees. The mean July temperature is 11 degrees. There are some snow days in the northwest and less in the southeast, but it does have some precipitation in October to February in the southern and western areas. The north and south have colder winters, with the warmer summers with less snow and rain. So now I'm going to get into the major regions. So the West Forts, it's located in the northwest corner. It's relatively isolated. It was actually had a shout out from Lonely Planet's top 1 travel destination in 2022. It's known for its untouched nature. It's the best place for wildlife spotting. It is home to the Hornstrutter Nature Reserve, which is a key tourist area. It also is considered a fisherman's culture, so there's a large presence of museums, historic beliefs of Iceland, and home to one of the major cities. So this place is best to want to get away from the busy tourist areas. Okay, so the Reykjanes Peninsula, located in the southwest, it's the biggest town in the area. There's harbors and villages surrounding. It is home to the Reykjavik Airport, which is the main airport people are going to be coming from. It's the hottest destination in Iceland. There are several lava fields. It is home to UNESCO Global Geopark, which is considered to be celebrating Earth heritage and sustaining local communities. And there are 2 major visitor destinations here, the Blue Lagoon and famous volcano. This is a great place for people to begin their journey in Iceland. All right, so, and then East Iceland, it's home to the country's largest forests, farmlands, streams, and mountains. Seyðisfjörður has a vibrant art scene. Eyströver has a largest town, daily flights from Reykjanes, and visitors are able to drive from north or south areas of the island. So it's a great place for visitors to take a dive into history and culture. South Island, Iceland, has geothermal heat and glacial cold meat. There's major geothermal sites here. They have a unique restaurant culture, locally grown vegetables, and craft beer. Famous for hot springs, swimming pools, waterfalls, beaches, glaciers, as well as they have some popular national parks. All right, West Iceland, Kvalvík, Argrind, and Borgenfjörð are major areas of visitation. It's home to the highest waterfall and man-made geobath, and it is home to Snæfellsjökull National Park. And North Iceland is known for its culture and history. It has second largest urban area. There are towns surrounding that are dedicated to marine life, as well as home to the Diamond Circle, which has 5 key destinations for travelers. These destinations are known for history, blue-green landscapes, waterfalls, and whale watching. And there are 3 national parks in Iceland. 2 of these, Pinkfjörður and Vatnajökull, are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Pinkfjörður is located in South Iceland, and Vatnajökull site covers 12,000 square kilometers, which is 13% of Iceland. All right, now I'm going to take a dive into the culture and heritage of Iceland. So Iceland is a Nordic country, so it relates to Vikings, as has strong connections to literature, food, and the arts, and they have their own genre of music, of mixing pop and folk. The food, Iceland is known for having fresh ingredients throughout the country. Some prevalent foods in local and visitor dining is fresh lamb, wild boar, and seafood. And here are some traditions. There are some days that they'll celebrate to celebrate one's spouse, and Thorlabot celebrates the ancient month of Thori. And the 2 languages primarily spoken are English and Icelandic. All right, now I'll get into things to do. So the major things to do in Iceland is whale watching. The Blue Lagoon is a major spot. They have Arctic sea tours, ice and glacier hiking, wildlife adventure tours, snowmobiling, snorkeling. You can witness the northern lights, visit hot pools, and visit major glacier lagoons. What I like about Iceland is they have a wide range of accommodations, anything from hotels, mountain huts, you can glamp, guest houses, hostels, all the way to camping. So they have anything from luxury to budget friendly for visitors. As for transportation and getting around Iceland, they have public transport. You can get around by vehicle and or camper van, car, and bus rentals. There are some domestic flights. Norland Air and Husavik Eagle Air and Iceland Air are domestic flight operations. All right, now I'm going to get into selling Iceland. So firstly, I'd like to go over safe and responsible travel. So these are organizations that are directly specialized in educating tourists when it comes to Iceland. This includes Safe Travel, Iceair, and Clean and Safe Iceland. For sustainability, Iceland offers tourists a carbon footprint calculator, offers within visit to Iceland to take the Icelandic Pledge, which is the agreement to respect Iceland's nature and travel responsibly during your visit, and encourages to make tap water your drink of choice. So now I'm going to go over the target market. So according to Encyclopedia Britannica, those living in Iceland are primarily between 15 and 44 years of age, and that is of 2020. So here are the target groups according to Inspired by Iceland in reference to Canada. So here's the number of travelers coming from Canada, 6.7 million travelers being fun-loving globetrotters. So as for the fun-loving globetrotters, that makes up 51% of the Canadian market. And primarily they are booking on booking.com, hotels.com, and Expedia. And their age range is 35 to 44, but the 25 to 34 range is hovering right below. The Independent Explorer is making up 17% of the Canadian market. Most of their bookings are on travel portals such as TripAdvisor and Yelp. And the Independent Explorer is hovering around the 45 to 54 range. The Cultural Comfort Seeker makes up another 70% of the Canadian market. Their main source of booking is on booking.com, hotels.com, and Expedia, and it's hovering around the 35 to 44 range. Now I'm going to get into some market trends. So according to research prepared by Business Iceland. So here's a chart of the booking status for Iceland last year. They conducted a survey, and 61 of participants said that the booking status was similar or better compared to the same time 1 year ago. They had a 46% increase from June 2020. Here are some travel company prospects. So they were asked whether or not their company is prospecting that Iceland will have new bookings this next winter season. 79% of respondents indicated that they expect equal or higher sales for this upcoming winter, and there was a 45% increase from June 2020. Here's a market snapshot from Visit Iceland. So just to give you an idea of how many people and what they're spending coming to Iceland. The likelihood of return visit, however, is important at 82% in 2020. Now I'm going to go over distribution channels and tour operators. So here are some travel companies that sell Iceland. This includes the Great Canadian Travel Group, Air Canada, Adventures Abroad, and Butterfield and Robinson, Continental Journeys, and there are much more than that. Tour operators, Iceland-based. Here are the main tour operators in Iceland, the big ones being Greyland Iceland and Guide to Iceland, as well as Reykjavik Excursions. Here are some other distribution channels such as Expedia, Booking.com, Airbnb, and Hotels.com, and Bókun, which is a cloud-based and inventory management program for independent hotel and travel companies in Iceland. It was just launched in 2021. So, incentives for travel agents. So, for example, Guide to Iceland, their commission is 5% from tours, 3% from car rentals, and 2% from accommodation. Other companies, such as Greyline, offer 10% commission. According to the Icelandic Tourist Board, the average stay is 8.1 nights. So if you're coming from Canada with a $1,300 flight, plus accommodation, car, dining, and tours, it can reach upwards of $4,000 Canadian. That means selling a trip can grant a travel agent upwards of $400 per person. Flights, Air Canada, Iceland Air, Lufthansa, and United are the main flights that go out of Iceland. The Air Canada comes out of Toronto, and the range is anywhere from 1,000 to 2,500 Canadian. So I'm going to go over insurance, the importance of purchasing travel insurance, trip cancellation, delays, interruption, medical issues, and COVID-19 coverage, as well as luggage and belongings coverage. So here's an example of what Manulife covers under the Cover Me Travel Insurance for Canadians. So for example, You don't need medical questionnaire under 60 and access to worldwide travel assistance 24/7. And here is part of their all-inclusive plan, which I just reiterated. It includes baggage loss and medical coverage. So here are some key takeaways from today. Iceland is nature's paradise, suiting those who are cultural explorers. There's a wide range of accommodation and adventures, and trends are only going upwards from here. So the features of Iceland, it has everything from mountain peaks to glaciers to volcanoes. The advantage, it's unlike anyone's ever seen, as the subarctic means they're rainforests. The benefit for the visitor, it's breathtaking memories and views. Rather than tangible items, people want to come back. So my advice to travel agents, begin by analyzing the market, anywhere from 25 to 34. Pitch the idea of beginning their tour in Reykjavik, where they can experience the nightlife and cuisine, become comfortable with their surroundings. Then from there, pitch the idea that once they see the views, wildlife, and nature surrounding them, they're going to want to dive into it. So sell the operator. And lastly, explain how it's necessary to include a vehicle in their purchase. They're going to want to explore each corner of the country, and this will therefore extend their stay. And here are my references. And thank you so much for allowing me to present today. I really appreciate it. I will now look in the chat to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Kendra. That was great. Yeah, it looks like Ian was asking, the name Iceland, it may make some people a little leery about visiting the country. How would you rate the climate there? And is the climate something they should be intimidated by?
I personally believe that the climate makes Iceland what it is. It is far warmer than people might expect, at least warmer than where I live personally. They have said Icelanders love talking about climate and the weather. And I believe that you don't need a lot of layers. They joke around and say, oh, it's not nice right now. We'll wait in 5 minutes. It's going to be nice. So it's constantly changing throughout the day. So that's kind of what makes Iceland unique, I believe.
Yeah, great answer. Thank you. And yeah, that was Ian from Baxter Media. And Laura from Baxter Media says, I've always wanted to visit Iceland. Why did you choose Iceland as your topic for this presentation?
Hi, Laura. Thank you. I personally have a love for the wilderness, for nature, and for mountains and bodies of water. So that's why I chose Iceland. It has always been one of my bucket list destinations. I've always wanted to experience the culture and heritage there, but I've also wanted to take some backcountry exploration. So I hope to do that one day. It's definitely one of my top places because of my love for it.
Oh, same here. I'd absolutely love to go one day.
For sure.
And Angeline asks, what is the #1 attraction that you would recommend all visitors should see?
The #1 attraction, I would say, is the Blue Lagoon. That one is very popular. It is a hot pool, and a lot of visitors go there for content creation and such. So it is very, very popular. It is a big hot pool for visitors, so they can experience one of the hot pools in a major destination area instead of having to go backcountry and find one.
Very good to know. Thank you. And Ian from Baxter Media says, that's a nice picture of the Northern Lights. Is Iceland a particularly good place for viewing them?
Thanks, Ian. Yes, especially in the winter. So the winter will have longer days, so much less light than the summer. But there is a major perk to that. The Northern Lights are constantly being shown in the sky in the winter time, and it's one of their key features, Iceland having the Northern Lights.
That's fantastic. And I've certainly seen some impressive photos over the years.
Absolutely.
Even though I've never been.
For sure.
So I do believe that's it for the questions, but yeah, that looks like we've covered everything. But I'd like to thank everyone that attended this webinar today. Thank you all so much for being here and for supporting the Baxter Student Ambassador Program. And Kendra, thank you so much for your fantastic presentation. It was really great having you here with us today.
Thank you so much, Daniel. I appreciate it.
So congrats again on being named as a finalist this year. And we'll be in touch again by the end of next week. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Daniel.
You're very welcome. Bye, everyone.